Smiley Stanley, and today I have a class to teach. Preparation? No way. I'll just go and do my own thing. Wanna come along for the ride? I'm sure you'll enjoy my lesson. There's really no need for planning, writing objectives, and all that. It's really just a waste of time. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, blah. Wow. What did I do wrong? Help me, please. What did I do wrong?
The Assure model, assuring effective use of media in instruction by Karine Tatham Broad. All effective instruction requires careful planning. Gardner's research shows that well-designed lessons begin with the arousal of students' interests, then moves on to presenting new materials, involving students in practice, assessing their understanding, and going on to follow up activities. The Assure model incorporates these events of instructions as it pertains to the use of media in the instruction. The acronym A in Assure stands for Analyzing Your Learner. This is the first step in planning. This step is to identify the learner. You must know your students to be able to select the best medium to meet the objectives. The audience can be analyzed in terms of general characteristics, specific entry competencies, and learning style. It is not feasible to analyze every trait of your learners. There are, however, several factors which are critical in making good methods and media decisions. These are the general characteristics, the specific objectives, and the learning style. The first S in Assure stands for stating your objective. This step the objectives should be stated in terms of what the learner will be able to do as a result of instruction. The conditions under which the student is going to perform and the degree of acceptable performance should be included. Why objectives? You must know the objectives to be able to select the appropriate methods and media. Objectives ensure proper evaluation. What learning outcome is each learner expected to achieve? Objectives must be as specific as possible. The ABCDs of good objectives are A, for audience. For whom is the objective intended? B, behavior. Learner performance must be observable. Describes a real-world skill. C, for condition. This entails the equipment, tools, aids, or references which learners may or may not use. Special equipment in which learner should perform. And D, the degree of acceptable behavior. This includes time limits, range of accuracy, proportion of correct responses. The second S in Assure stands for selecting the methods, media, and material. Once you have identified your audience and stated your objectives, you have established the beginning, and ending points of instruction. Your task is now to build a bridge between these 2 points by choosing appropriate methods, media formats, then deciding on the materials to implement these choices. There are 3 options. 1, select available materials. 2, modify existing materials. Or 3, design new materials. Choosing a method. In any given lesson, you will probably incorporate 2 or more methods to serve different purposes at different times in the lesson. Look at the following. Simulations are good for gaining attention and arousing interest. Demonstration for presenting new information to the learner, and drill and practice to provide the practice that students need to develop new skills. Choosing specific material. You can use existing material, modify existing material, or design your own. Available material is referring to material that is ready-made. One needs to consider curriculum match, the accuracy, clarity, and conciseness. Modifying existing materials are about modifying existing materials varies depending on the learner needs. Designing new material, consider objectives, audience, cost, technical expertise, equipment, facilities, time, etc. The U in Assure stands for utilizing media and materials. Having either selected, modified, or designed your materials, you must then plan how the materials will be used to implement your method. First, preview the material and practice the implementation. Next, prepare the class and the necessary equipment and facilities. Then conduct instruction using the utilization technique described. Preview the material, prepare the material, prepare the environment, prepare the learner, provide the learning experience. The R in Assure stands for require learner participation. To be effective, material-based instruction should require active mental engagement by learners. There should be activities within the lesson that allow learners to process the knowledge or skills and to receive feedback on the appropriateness of their efforts before being formally assessed. These involve the students in the learning process and may include worksheets, question and answer sessions, games, quizzes, discussions, etc. And the E in Assure stands for evaluate and revise. After instruction, it is necessary to evaluate its impact and effectiveness and to assess student learning. To get the total picture, you must evaluate the entire instructional process. Did the learners meet the objectives? Did the media and methods assist the students in meeting the objectives? Where there are discrepancies between what you intended and what you attained, you will need to revise the plan for the next time.